Hey everybody, happy Halloween to everyone who celebrates it. I've been asked to do a tutorial on some different pockets for mini albums and how to kind of measure them out. I'm going to do 2 of them and they're pretty easy to follow. But if you do a YouTube search for, pockets for scrapbook albums, you'll find that there's a variety of different ways to create them. But I'm going to show you how I created my corner pockets and my bottom pockets for these 2 mini albums. This first one here, it says Give Thanks. And these are the Accordion mini albums that I make from one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. And if you'd like to learn how I put those together, I'll post the link below to that tutorial. And this one's Gather Together, and I have that tied with some gingham ribbon. I'll show you this one because they're both pretty similar, and then I'll show you the pockets that we're going to make. It's tied together with orange and white gingham ribbon. I made some rosettes with my Tim Holtz rosette die. I have a little wooden camera here, and I punched out a little acorn from one of the pieces of paper I have and put that in the center. And then I just stamped it with my script stamp and ran a little bit of walnut stain over it. And it says Gather Together, and then behind it I layered a pocket. And down here I have all kinds of fall leaves, and the pocket holds a tag to journal. And then you just untie it. And first page, there's a nice area for a photo. And then this corner pocket here is one of the pockets that I'm going to show you how to make. And then I have one of my handmade embellishments. And there's 2 tags tucked in to the pocket. And then nice area for a photo, some washi tape, which I'm totally addicted and love using. And some bling leaves. And then I have a nice photo mat here with a little Foxy Friends embellishment. And then of course, photos will tuck behind. And then this page here has a bottom pocket, which we're going to do this one as well. And then I have some, this is a chipboard leaf. It's like 3-dimensional on Pop Dots. And then I have some mulberry leaves on the pocket. And then there's a photo mat tucked in here. And also a journaling spot and another photo mat. And then 2 photo mats here from my Scallop Circles die. And just some pumpkin patch embellishments. And then back here there's another pocket and has a pull out, and you can tuck in photos behind that as well. And then nice area for a photo together, a little acorn embellishment on that page. And then this page has one of my handmade clips, another tag and photo mat, and then a nice area for a photo here. And the pages, when you put this together, the pages measure 4 by 6. So it's a nice, area for some bigger photos. And then I have 2 photo mats here and some of that autumn corn we all love. And then I have this tag here that I made for one of the Tag Time Tuesday videos, chipboard tag, as an embellishment. And then nice area for a photo, and I made another, made another tag to tuck behind it. And that's it. And then the ribbon just, wraps around the back here. And you tie it on the side. So let's start off with the corner pocket. And I was asked about measuring. And all I can say to you is I just wanted a nice pocket on the corner. I didn't want it to go all the way to the edge. So basically this measures 3.5 by 3.5. So what I did was I cut out a square piece that measures 4.5 by 4.5. get out my cutter. And then what you're gonna do is line up your points. This is my cut line here on my my cutter. You're gonna line up your point at the top of the cutter and the bottom here, okay? And you're gonna cut it in half at the points. So you end up with a piece that looks like this. So you actually get 2 pockets out of 1 square piece. And whatever you measure across, like if you're going to measure 5, then make sure you measure 5 this way. Make it an even number all the way around. Okay? But this one was 4.5 by 4.5. A 4.5 by 4.5 inch piece is going to make you a 3.5 by 3.5 inch pocket. Okay? I'm going to put it on my scoreboard. This is my corner. I'm going to line my corner up in the corner of my scoreboard. And I'm going to score a 1/2 inch. I'm going to flip it. Okay, line the corner up again and score at another 1/2 inch. You're going to want to fold up your score lines. And it should look something like this when you're done. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this little square here. So just follow your score lines right up to the next score line. Just don't cut past them. Okay, so you're going to cut out that bottom piece. And then what I do is I fold one piece over. Get out a little bit of adhesive. And fold this piece over, and then I hold it there just till I know it's dry. Okay, it should look something like this. Then I flip it around, and I'm going to cut these pieces off here. And you have yourself a corner pocket. Now when you go to put this in your mini album, all you want to do is add adhesive to this 1/2 inch piece and this 1/2 inch piece here, and then adhere it down. Okay, and then, you know, cover it however you wish. So that's the corner pocket. Now my bottom pocket, like I said, my page measures 4 inches across, but my photo mat that I matted it with, let me take these out. The leaf pattern here, this photo mat measures 3 7/8 of an inch across. So I don't want my pocket to be any bigger than that. I want my pocket to be 3 7/8 to match up with the photo mat. So what I did was I cut myself a piece. Now my pocket height is 2.5 inches. So my paper height I cut at 3 inches because I'm going to score it a 1/2 inch. That'll give me the 2.5. Now on each side I need a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side, so I can score that way. If this measures 3 7/8, you're going to cut yourself a piece that measures 4 7/8. Okay? Line it up at the 4 7/8 inch mark. I'm going to score it a 1/2 inch. Flip it around, another 1/2 inch, and then you're going to line it up at the 3 inch mark, and you're going to score it another 1/2 inch. So as you can see here, this is going to measure 3 7/8. From this score line up here, it's going to measure 2.5. Okay, so you're going to fold your score lines. And you're going to want to cut off these 2 little square pieces. I always cut mine at a little bit of an angle. You can just follow your line if you want. It's up to you. Okay, you should have something that looks like that. And then what I do is fold my 2 side pieces in. And I add a little bit of adhesive to the corners. Not too much, because you don't want your paper to buckle if your glue's too wet. And then I fold this up. Okay. Then if I want to adhere it down, I always cover my paper first. Like, I put my mat on first and then I adhere it to the pocket. That's up to you. But when you want to adhere it down, the only place you want to add your adhesive is to the 1/2 inch pieces that we just folded up. And that's it. Okay, so that's how to create a bottom pocket. Another example, let's say you want to create a pocket that goes along this edge. Well, this piece measures 6 inches, but the photo mat, the paper, only measures 5 7/8. So if I want to create a pocket that's going to go this length, I want to create a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side. So you want to cut your piece of paper at 6 7/8 of an inch. And then you're going to score a 1/2 inch on one side, 1/2 inch on another, and that'll give you a pocket that measures 5 7/8. Okay, and then depending how high you want it to come out this way, if you want it coming out 2 inches, you want to make sure you have paper wide enough. You want it coming out 2 inches. You want to make sure your paper measures 2 1/2 so that you have that 1/2 inch to score. I'm hoping this makes sense to those of you that had questions about measurements. But that's how I create some of my pockets. And like I said, if you'd like to learn how to make more, just type in how to make pockets for scrapbook albums in your YouTube search bar, and I'm sure a ton of tutorials will pop up. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and a happy Halloween to all of you who celebrate, and make it a fun and safe one. Take care.